So we're going to talk about what's going on up the sky. Good. And we're also going to talk about how it affects all of us. And then we're going to do some fun trivia. So right now, as we speak, and this is a very powerful moment because when planets change from one sign to the other, when they are at the 0 degree, so it's like a planet goes to 30 degrees. So when it's at 29 degrees, 30 degrees, and then it hits 0, just now moving. So it's also called being on the cusp. So right now, as we speak, I was just looking at the chart for tonight. We have two heavy hitters that are at 0 degree. It's the most powerful point and affects us the most. So all of us right now, can you feel the energy? Can you feel the vibe? It's like this anticipation. It's like you're holding your breath almost. Like, what is going to happen? You feel it rising, but yet there's this calmness, this peace. And so right now as we speak, things are getting ready to shift. So Venus, we know, is a planet that goes around the sun. And Venus is the planet that we look for love, for music, for art, the things we love. Venus also represents how we can make money. So as a collective right now, Venus is moving into Taurus. It's at 0 degree Taurus. Now, each planet rules different signs. So for those of you guys who are just learning, Venus actually rules Taurus. It also rules Libra, but right now it's in its homeland. Venus loves Taurus. So the next about 30 to 45 days, we're going to have a period of time that it's going to be about getting rooted. If you guys are moving right now, or you're looking to buy a house, or you're learning to upgrade, it's all about property right now. It's all about getting your roots in the ground, having one place that you can say, that's my little piece of land. Even if you travel, you always want that little place to come back to. So the Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Uranus are all in Taurus. So this is also a time for all of us to be getting excited about different ways to make money. This time, though, it's all about your passion. What is it that you love to do? Now, that doesn't mean that we're not all going to have those side jobs, right? Those side jobs, we all need those. That will help us get to where we're getting. This is kind of a time in life that we have to go back to being a little scrappy, okay, in life, and you know, work that nighttime job if you have to. Do those side things, collect that money, start to value those things. It's not the time for big spending. It's the time to really just be conservative, to plan, to get yourself rooted. Now, the other thing that's happening is the planet Mars, which is about 8 weeks in each sign, is moving into the sign of Cancer. So those of you who are Cancers out there, and those of you who are Taurus, do I have some Cancers? Do I have Taurus out there? Let me check on YouTube here. Where's my Taurus and my Cancers? You guys are going to be the most affected right now. Now, Mars is at 0 degree moving into Cancer. What does Cancer represent? Cancer is ruled by the moon. So what do we think of when we think of the moon, especially a full moon? You know, we hear all the time that, you know, even the hospitals and emergencies are much busier during full moon. So also the moon rules the ocean, the current, how things move and come in. So the moon is very emotional. Okay, we could give it a feminine name and say she's very emotional. Moon also represents mother, women, figures in your life, family, creating again another form of a sanctuary. Taurus is the land, but Cancer really creates the ambiance and the safety in the home. So everything right now is going to be about getting rooted and slowing down. It's okay to slow down. Nothing's wrong. Most of us have lived on adrenaline for so long that we can't imagine it's okay to just, find the rhythm. And that's what astrology is all about, okay? So those are two big things happening right now. So I'm glad you guys are joining me. And again, be prepared as this shift happens that we're moving into a new theme. Now, before I get into the trivia, because I'm trying to teach as well for those of you guys who are new to astrology and even those who've studied it for a long time, just different ways of looking at it and teaching it and talking about it, because it is a language. It's like learning a language. It's a very ancient language. This language has been with us from the beginning of time. I mean, even if you look all throughout the Bible, you see astrology everywhere, including the 3 astrologers that were following the star, to the birth of Jesus in that story. So we see astrology everywhere. It's just that for many of us, it's, we don't tap into those synchronicities. But in this day and age, we're all seeing synchronicities, okay? So for those of you guys who are new, when we do trivia, sometimes we do trivia, and it's not that we're making fun of a sign, or we might talk about the negative sign of a sign, or positive. We might laugh about something. Remember this. When I am talking about a sign, I'm actually not talking about you specifically, although you may identify, and that can be different for everyone. I'm talking about the planet. So, for example, if I'm talking about Aries, the description that I'm giving is really Mars. Mars rules Aries. So how does Mars affect us down here on Earth? Well, we know Mars puts out aggressive energy and, driven energy. And so if I say that about an Aries, it's really I'm explaining the description of the planet. And then each one of us will get that energy and express it in different ways. So that's why if I say something about one sign, you go, oh, that's not me. Or, oh, yeah, I can totally identify. We're all a little different. So this is fun and is meant to be fun. Okay, so let's get going. Let me say hi to everyone. Hello, hello. Hello, Rory. Yep, I think that's how you pronounce it. We've got all kinds of stuff going on here. Facebook. Hello, hello. Thank you guys for sharing. If you don't mind, if you've got some fun friends that like to do astrology, share this video and just get the video out. Another thing or another part that I love about doing this show, although we're having fun with it, is my main goal is that we can learn to have deeper insight into ourselves. Because when we have that kind of insight, we can really grow. We can accept ourselves. We can even laugh at ourselves. We can be more compassionate to others or maybe be more understanding. It's not easy, but astrology kind of gives us this different perspective of life that, has a very balancing effect. Okay, so let's get going. All right, so I have a trivia question for you guys. Are you ready? Okay. The trivia question is, and I want you to tell me what sign you think this is. All right. Okay. What sign would you hear using words like these? Okay, I'm going to say a few words. So the words are, wow, amazing, oh my God, and incredible. What sign would we hear using that verbiage? Because each sign has a personality, doesn't it? So what sign do we have here? Let's see if I can see you guys. Ah, we got it. We got it coming in. And we have our Leo. And that is the correct answer. How many of you guys know Leos that are, even through Facebook or, they always have the big capitalized wow and the explanation points, or they express themselves in a very dynamic way? That is because the sun is so grandiose, and the sun rules Leo. And so Leo now sees things through this grandiose idea and picture, including how they even speak. So there's our Leo. So very good. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Okay, this one's kind of interesting. These are going to be all over the place just to keep it fun. What sign do you think is most drawn to, obsessed with, I guess, steel, guns, and knives. What sign do you think is very drawn towards guns and knives and the material that makes those things? I know we're going kind of a different direction here. What sign do you think that would be? What sign do you think? Let's see what we got coming in here. Let's see what we got coming in here. What sign? This surprised me. This actually surprised me. And, no, not yet. Not yet. You would think it would be Aries. I can understand that you would think it would be Aries. But remember, Aries shoots the gun. Aries doesn't make the gun. He's not obsessed with the materials that make it. Okay, so what sign likes to work with these materials? So if Aries, I'll give you guys a hint, if Aries shoots the gun or use the weapon, whatever you want to say, then the opposite side of the zodiac might be what makes it. How about that? Does that give us a clue? Does that give us a clue? This is a hard one. Nobody's getting it. I don't see it yet. Has anybody got Libra? Because Libra is our answer. I'm going to give you guys our answer. Libra. I know that's strange, but remember, Libra is the only sign that's an inanimate object. Okay, it's the balancing act. You know what I mean? It's the balance, the measuring. It's not a person. So they're very, very drawn towards inanimate objects, and they like to work with that type of material. Just interesting. I thought that was interesting. So I shouldn't say Aries has the gun. I should say, you know, Aries is the warrior. We're having fun now, right? Okay, let's see. Okay, what sign would be most fluent in speaking other languages, speaking multiple languages, and they have the gift of learning multiple languages? What sign? What sign do we have? We don't have very many people on YouTube right now. Where is our YouTube? Where are YouTube? Let's see. What sign? Let's see what we got. What sign would be most fluent in speaking other languages and learning them very quickly? We're getting close. We're getting close. Think about other languages. Think about other cultures. Think about other countries. What sign is really the explorer? Sagittarius. We got it. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. So if you know a Sagittarius, even from a young age, they're going to be really, really intrigued with other languages, and they're going to be able to use them fluently because they're the ones that are going to all the different places and eating the different food, different countries. They're the travelers. And so, you know, they want to look good and they want to be able to communicate to all these different places. So that is their gift. That is their gift. They can be interpreters. That's another good job for them. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay, this is kind of relationship-wise. This is kind of a little bit racy. Okay, so what sign, and we're going to use male for right now, what male sign likes to go into a party and be having a little arm candy right next to him? You guys know what arm candy is, right? It's a good-looking girl that's just happy to be on their arm, right? Little arm candy. What sign would you see that likes a little arm candy? They're very proud. They like to have attention, because when you walk into a room and you've got that girl on your arm and she's good looking, what sign likes to have? We got it. Ethan Schaefer. Aries is that sign. Aries is that sign. So if Aries is that sign, what sign likes to be a little arm candy? What sign likes to be arm candy? This isn't even a bad thing. This is all in fun. So it's not like a bad thing. It's just, you know, dressing up and having fun. What sign likes to be a little arm candy? Let's see if we've got it here. This sign really cares about how they look. They like to be charming. They like to look good. What sign is that really cares about how they look? I think we got one. We got a couple, I think, coming through, and that is Libra. That is our Libra. So, yes, that is our sign. So, Libra women, because it's another one ruled by Venus, right? We're learning astrology here. Venus is very attractive. People who are Libras and Tauruses are actually often the most good-looking of the zodiac because they get that Venus effect. They also can have really, really good voices because Venus rules music. So if you're a Taurus or a Libra, you may sing really well. And if you don't sing really well, you may be very in tune to music. Music may be very powerful in your life. So the Aries and the Libra, because they're the opposite sign, do well in a relationship. They can come together. People often ask me, what signs do well together? Well, even though it's the opposition, your opposite sign is actually a part of you that's missing. So I'm a Virgo, and so actually my husband's a Pisces, and so we have that. So we connect there, and we can blend that. We can drive each other crazy with it too, but it's there to bring out the best when you can make an opposition work. So Aries and Libra opposition. Okay, so I should say I drive him crazy as well because I am a Virgo. So speaking of that, what sign would be best doing sign language? Maybe being a sign language interpreter. What sign would you think would be best? So let's see. And I apologize right now, you guys, if I'm not saying your name. My phone is just a little bit in front of me, and it is hard for me to see. So I'm seeing the signs come through, but I am seeing all your names, you guys. I just can't see them clear to read them. So, but thank you all for joining. Let's see. What sign would be best in sign language? We are getting a lot of Geminis coming in, and actually, I would say that could actually be true as well. Now, remember, we're talking about the planets. So Mercury, the planet Mercury, which is the closest to the sun and is very fast moving, rules Gemini and Virgo. And Mercury rules the hands. It's also very sharp with words. Gemini can really can write long, long book, or not long, but books and write where Virgo writes more in a how-to form. They like to be more of a how-to. But I would say Virgo would be your sign language specialist because Virgo really likes to dissect things and you have to slow down, where Gemini is a little bit more busy-minded. So I would say it's our Virgo that is most apt. What do you guys think? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? We've got Cancer coming in, Aquarius. I just think Virgo because the other thing is which sign speaks with their hands. Which sign most speaks with their hands. We're going to, you can help me do that. We're just going to move this so I can see you guys a little bit better. So maybe we can put them both there. You guys are going to see me from a little different angle so I can see your names. Awesome. Hang tight. So Virgo and Gemini, again, both speak with their hands, okay? But, in fact, I'm a Virgo, and I speak with my hands. Hang in there, you guys. Let's see. We got it. Hold on. I want to be able to see you guys. So, there we go. Let's see. I think we got it. Cool. All right. Thanks for bearing with us. Okay, so when we look at Mercury, Mercury does rule the hands, and so Geminis and Virgos are both very good with the hands, and they're very good working. Geminis are great at construction. Virgos are great, using tools, and so again, Mercury likes to work and communicate. So there you go on that. All right, we're just getting this a little bit set up because I want to be able to talk to you guys. Okay, what sign, where did I have it? What sign is most apt to drop their cell phone in the toilet? What what sign do we see dropping our cell phone in the toilet? What sign is that? Hi, Miranda. What sign is that? I can see you guys now. Let's see what's coming through. Now think about it. We've got a toilet. What does toilet have in it? It has water in it. Okay, so we're thinking about water here, right? And our telephone, what sign is always losing their cell phone? Their keys, you know, their wallets, their other shoe, their other earring. What sign do we see? And yes, we got it. We've got Pisces. We've got a few of you. Pisces is the answer. Okay. Now remember, Pisces is always losing things. I have a moon in Pisces, and so I don't even try to do this, but I'll literally have one earring and I'll misplace the other one. How that even happened. So I have this whole box, jewelry box of one earrings. Same with my shoes. I'll have one shoe and I won't know where the other one is. Or I'll have one sock and I don't know where. And anyone that's around me, they get the same effect because of this, you know, this moon in Pisces. So electronics, you know, Pisces have so much energy, it's hard for them to keep a phone, keep the battery charged up. So they would be most prone to drop their cell phone in the toilet. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. Do we have any questions out there? Do we have any questions out there right now? So my sister always lost her phone and she's an Aries. Well, now remember in astrology, because we are talking about, you know, signs, if you look at your chart, you know, you might be an Aries, but you might have a moon in moon in Pisces or Mercury in Pisces. And so, you know, if you understand how to start looking at a chart and seeing the other aspects, if you don't know how to do that and you're curious, I have natal chart reports that I do offer and make available to you guys. So you can email me at the link below. And if you've never looked at your chart or know anything about it, we will get you a chart. Okay, we will get you your chart. So email us, the link below. Okay, let's see what else we have here. What sign is most like talking to your high school girlfriend? You know, I use male and feminine different ways. What sign is most apt? Like you're talking to your high school girlfriend. Always. What sign? What sign would you guys think? What do you think? I am getting a question. What about Taurus and Cancer in a relationship? I actually think that Taurus and Cancer can do very well in a relationship. It's considered a sextile, so it's 2 planets away, and when you have that, it's a very harmonious energy. So if the sign right next to you may not be your best friend, it's kind of like too close for comfort, but the sign, the house or the sign, you know, two away now is going to be potentially good. And Taurus, again, they want stability. Cancer, they want stability. Taurus wants financial stability and to have their, you know, everyday life be stable. And Cancer wants emotional stability. And they know to have emotional stability, they don't want to have to worry about money. So those two, I think, can work really well. Those energies work well together. Okay. Let's see what else we have coming here. How compatible are Scorpio and Virgo? Well, another 2 signs I think can go really well together. Again, it is a sextile, 2 planets away. Okay. And so we have this harmonious. Virgo can be quiet. They like to read and do projects, and they don't mind working alone. Scorpios can be very private. They like to kick back and just kind of not have too much going on when they're ready to kick back. Both of them, you know, Virgo is the detective, and, you know, Scorpio is like the criminal, you know, they find the criminal psychic, you know. So I think they work well together. It is earth and water. So earth and water often, you know, makes mud. And with mud, we have healing. Okay, so I think that can work together. So don't forget, you guys, if you don't mind, to like and share. If you would like notifications of the upcoming YouTube videos, press that notification bell thing that they have. I think it's like right by where you subscribe or like. You guys should know about that by now, right? It's kind of popular way of going. They make us do. I'd appreciate that. Let me get the word out. Okay, let's see what else we have here. What sign do you think is most likely to have older parents? Older parents. You know, some of us, when we're older, we have that little sneaky love child. That little sneaky love child coming in. What sign do you think is most prone or likely to have older parents? Let's see what we got. I think we got it coming in. Yes, we do. And that is our Capricorn. That is our Capricorn. Now, remember, why is this true? Because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So when we look at Saturn, Saturn is like, you know, father sky. It's this structure. It's discipline. Often Capricorns work very young. They can work in a family business. They learn very young. They learn about money. They learn about hard work. If you talk to any Capricorn, and especially like women who have a moon in Capricorn or rising in Capricorn, extremely hard workers. And they have a really, really hard time if anything gets out of control because they have this strong structure from Saturn that rules Capricorn. It rules, you know, the energy that they embody. So that is our Capricorn. So, hey, Chris, you made it. All right, you guys. Very good. Do we have any other questions? Let's see. Okay, what sign is most likely to become a cult leader? And that's C-U-L-T, cult, a cult leader. When we look in astrology, and I've done a really amazing study on all of the notorious cult leaders in our history, there's one theme that runs through them all. What sign do you think that would be? Again, we're looking at the planet that rules that. Let's see what's going on here with YouTube. Here we go. I was missing all my YouTube people. You guys all just popped up. Awesome. What do you guys think? What sign? What sign? Often this is also considered somebody who might have a God complex. Now again, this is fun and I'll explain this more. What sign might that be? What is a God complex? Well, this particular sign is extremely confident. They don't have to be out in the front. They have such grandiose ideas within them that they believe that they are often the originators, that, you know, they've never heard it from anyone else before and it comes to them. Even though it could be ancient wisdom that's been passed down, it's like they get it. And they often do. They get these downloads. And yes, this is our Aquarius. This is our Aquarius. So Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, okay? Shock and awe. But this is also the planet of science, of scientific ways, of theories, of ideas, of trends. And so it also rules the internet and the airwaves. So often Aquarius has a very strong knowing. And when you're around people with a very strong knowing, for many of us, it can become, you know, just all-encompassing that we're learning from them. And the wisdom that comes down from them is very powerful. Now, remember, because we're talking about something good, but we're also talking about the possibility of the shadow side really coming forth. Because we can abuse the power that's given to us. We can abuse the energy. So, you know, often when you see the Aquarius, they are the ones that, you know, are very tribal and humanitarian. They're the ones saving the dogs and the cats and the horses. You know, they're saving the earth. On the negative side, though, and if somebody allows it to be negative or they let their pride and ego and all that stuff, whatever that, you know, get in the way, they can become where they need to be worshipped. Okay, so we kind of joke about the God complex, but this can be very serious. And we see it going from Charles Manson, from Jim Jones, from a lot of the, you know, other Joseph Smith. You're going to see strong Aquarius in their charts, okay? So those are just a few, but that's fun. So, yeah, there you go on that. Let's see. So remember, guys, to like and comment and to share, and we are going to be giving out another free 15-minute reading. I've been giving these out. I still have a couple of you that I will have your chart to you, working on those for you. But this is an opportunity to understand how cool astrology can be. So I am able to open up a chart with your specific questions and talk about it and have you look at what I see. And these have been great starters into astrology and getting a focus for your life, getting confidence, confirming what you already know, right? Just having somebody confirm that. So my 15-minute special right now, you can go to my website, 15-minute reading, and my special's at $100. So if you guys know chart reading, that's a good price. So, all right. Everybody doing good? Let's see. Okay, what sign, hold on, I have good ones here. What sign is most likely to have makeout sessions in the car? Let's have a little fun. What sign is most likely to have makeout sessions in the car? What sign would that be? What sign would that be? Are we having fun? Come on. Just think about the car. Think about the car. What sign rules cars? That is our Gemini. Yes, it is. Our Gemini. Don't forget, Gemini, cars are ruled by Gemini and communities and all these fun things. So they like to be just in the basics around town. So it's not a bad thing. Okay, that was fun. Let's see what else we have here. Okay. What sign is most likely to be a preacher in a church? What sign is most likely to be a preacher? What would you guys say? Let's see what we got here. I do have a question here from Greg Smith. If I wanted to learn astrology, do you offer online classes? And yes, that answer is absolutely yes. We are working right now on a membership page that you'll be able to get on monthly, and we're going to be going through astrology from every angle. I'm working on putting that together. Our goal is for June 1st, so we'll be announcing that. It'll just be a small monthly fee, and you'll be able to get on and get access to my whole library, all my work I've done with astrology, and all my new stuff. Plus, we'll be doing webinars and different things like that when you're part of the membership. And I'll be doing, more readings and different things. So stay tuned, you guys, because I will be announcing when that is available. All right? Because that is my goal, and I love to do, is teach astrology. So, okay, did we get our preacher? And I have Chandru, Sagittarius, and that is our correct answer. Sagittarius is the preacher. Why? Why is Sagittarius the preacher? Because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the planet Jupiter. And Jupiter is just a big, massive formation of gas, okay? It's everything about Jupiter is big and huge, and, Jupiter also represents our belief systems, dogma. Okay, so some people who are Sagittarius just believe everything. They just like a little bit of everything. But some Sagittarius are going to be very, very dogmatic. And you can see our preachers there. And they have this way of preaching that's just this way of expressing it with passion. It's that, that big, huge voice that allows you to preach a belief system. It really has a rhythm of its own. So Sagittarius. And I've seen a lot of Pisces also. And Pisces can also be preachers if they really get going. But they are also ruled by Neptune, which is also religious understanding. They're very, very drawn to religious order. So, yeah, Pisces and Sagittarius. But Sagittarius has got the fire. So if you want more of a fire and brimstone preacher, you might see the Sagittarius. Okay? So that one's kind of fun. Okay, what sign would you see most likely to color their hair, like colors like purple, red, green, like really, really like that kind of colors, black fingernails, real extreme look, maybe more the gothic look, but nowadays everyone's doing their hair in all these extreme colors. What sign do you think most represents themselves through this type of outer appearance? What sign do you think that might be? Let's see. Let me see. See what we got. Scorpio. We got everybody going over here on Facebook Live. It is our Scorpio. How many Scorpios do you guys know? And they have like this really cool purple tint, the blue, the blue bang, or, real extreme. Like I even have my blue nail polish on, it's kind of, but it's a little bit more Neptunian. So yeah, when you see people, you can get to know what sign they are by different ways that they express themselves. Often we see certain trends through the different signs. So that's one I've noticed a lot. It's very fascinating to me. Okay, what sign have I not covered? Let's see. Oh, okay. What sign would you guys think, or would we look to see a sign that has a photographic memory? What sign do you think has a photographic memory? What sign? For those of you who said Scorpio, is it true that you know people that have they go real extreme with their color hair, but more rich colors, kind of red and purple and like a dark blue, real bright dark green, those kind of colors? Okay, what was my question? What was my question? I totally forgot the question. Tell me what the question was. What was the question? Oh, okay. What sign has a photographic memory? What sign do you guys think? I'm not seeing it yet. Here we go. Donald. Hi, Donald. You got it. It is Cancer. And if anybody else got it, that is great. The sign is Cancer. Why does Cancer have a photographic memory? Well, remember, Cancer is ruled by the moon. It's ruled by the water. It's very, very emotional. And so with a Cancer, everything they touch, everything to them is sentimental. Any emotional experience they have at any time, they can relive that at any minute. They have a very strong emotional memory as well. But photographic, because when that emotion happens, boom, they take a picture. Okay, they take that picture. And so that's why often also you see with Cancers, they're collectors, baseball cards, history books, coins. They're collectors because they really, they value memory of things. They value collecting things that, really enhance that photographic memory. So that is our Cancer. So good job, you guys. Is this fun? Does anybody else have any questions that I'm not getting to? Let me take a look a minute. Don't forget to like and share, you guys. And if you want to check out my website, we do have some fun new t-shirts up that are just fun, conversational pieces. But our team here at Creative Dynamics designed them, and we're just having so much fun wearing them. So if you want to support the channel and have something fun to wear, go check out your sign at ChrystalLynnAstrology.com. So... Oh, Rochelle, is it Raquel? You say, I'm a Cancer. Would that be true? Do you have a photographic memory? Raquel has a question. Okay, let me see if I can see your question. I'm sorry, sometimes these things go really fast. So I'm going to see if you can ask your question, Raquel. You may have to ask it again if you haven't asked it. I don't know if I can go down here and find it. But, okay, let's see. Okay, you guys can just ask. I'm going to keep going. When I see your question, I will try to answer that for you. Okay? Okay, we talked about what sign was most prone to be cult leader. Or we see that thread there. How about live in a commune? How about living in a commune? What sign is most apt to live in a commune? In a cult? What sign? You know, because we all have different parts of our personality. Like, you know, we don't have to be afraid. There are certain energies that come from the planets that are very fanatic. And so even for myself, like, I can get fanatic about things, all right? Because when I start studying something, or I start believing in something, or I have something that comes my way, and I just, you know, listening to every word, because I have a moon in Pisces, and a moon in Pisces really has this ability to be a follower, to get into large groups, because think of Pisces ruled by the fish. And when you think of the ocean, you think of fish, there's large schools of fish, right? So Pisces can gather in large groups and have one idea. They just have to be careful that they don't let that Neptunian, because it's ruled by Neptune. Neptune can be deceptive. It can see things that's not there or not see things that are there. And so Pisces are one sign that usually have to learn lessons the hard way through real emotional trauma. So, anybody on communes? Yeah, we have Pisces, and I'm going to say Pisces. I am going to agree with that. Uranus is the leader, not the follower, because we said that earlier, that Uranus is the leader. And so I would say the followers are more like your Pisces type energy. They just really don't want confrontation. They want comfort. They want to be in a group they can trust. Sometimes they don't care what the beliefs are as long as that group is strong and they can trust it and feel safe in it. But we do have to know what we believe. We do have to use our intuition and question that. And on that note, I'm going to say I'm seeing a lot of this in the astrological community and maybe out there as well. Just because, you know, I see this in my community. There's a lot of people that come on and they come across as if they are the all authority. That their research or their authority or that it's been given to them, it's kind of that Aquarian type nature that doesn't allow for anybody else to have their own thought or think. And they can be very demanding or degrading. I see a lot of this going on, even in churches and spiritual ways. Really back even in the kind of fire and brimstone type preaching. It was kind of like, you know, you're down here and you need to get it right. And, you know, this is the only way to the light. And I have the answer. And so it's easy for us to get where we're not allowed to think for ourselves. And we think that somebody else has to have the answers for us. And I just really want to encourage everybody as we move in to this next era. Okay, we're moving into a whole new era of thinking. You look around, everything's changing. And I'm going to be talking about this more on a video, The Age of Aquarius, and explaining the type of people that will be coming up that do really embody kind of this wanting to be all powerful and having this grandiose belief that they only have the answer. Meanwhile, they're just speaking about other ancient wisdom that's already been passed down, but they try to make it their own. And often when that happens, people just kind of follow blindly because there might be something that is attractive about them. You know, we know about this type of, even in relationships. So I'm only saying that because I want everyone here to think on their own. I'm just suggesting in my study of astrology and understanding the planets and my, you know, years and years of observation of people through the signs that these are, you know, different things that I see. But everybody here today and everybody out there, this is just a theory, my opinion, what I see if you guys see it. I'll never come across as the all-knowing, because I don't want that responsibility, but I will come across with the things that I have passion for and an ancient language that all can learn. Okay, so that's just a little side note there. Okay, you guys, how are we doing on time? We have so much fun that time just seems like it goes so fast. Let me see if I have any other. What sign is most likely to have pyromania? Be our pyro. fascinated with fire, obsessed with fire, lighting fire. Our pyro. What sign is most likely to be our pyro? Let's see. Anybody out there?
You have 15 minutes.
Okay.
To go.
Cool. All right, we've got 15 minutes to go. Awesome. Okay. We'll take some more questions. I do want to read hear your questions. Joseph and also Tanya and probably some others here. Yep, you guys are all coming in. Albert with Aries, and that is true. Okay, so Aries is the fire sign. It's the first fire sign, and Mars again makes it more aggressive, and so they're fascinated with fire. They can also, though, okay, so we're talking about the pyromania, right? Just kind of talking about maybe an extreme side of the Aries, but also this could be our firemen. Aries are our number one firemen because they can dive in to a situation, you know, and really save the day, you know, and fire is something that they are attracted to. So again, you know, I mean, sometimes we talk about, you know, for example, a sign that might, you know, be more apt to be in an institution, the 12th house, religious institutions. But this can also be somebody that works in an institution. Doesn't mean you're in it. You could be a worker of it. So these are just themes that play out for different people, but the themes are the core theme of each sign. And so the really cool thing in astrology is we can look at our psychological nature through the planets like never before. So that's what I'm bringing about, is a little bit of our psychological nature, what I like to bring about. Let's see. Anybody else? Donald, you've met some. Yep. I have too. Okay, let's see what else. Anybody else have any questions? I'm just going to take a look here. Okay, here we go. I love it. I've never broken or dropped my phone. I'm a Pisces, and I'm always losing things, though. Yes. And let me just say, if I may, my theory on Pisces, because it's very known that they kind of go in and out of different worlds. And that is the truth. They're able to manage so many different dynamics or dimensions in a few moments. So they could be talking to you, and the next minute they are where they were, 10 years ago all of a sudden, and the next thing they're in their future, and then they zoom back in. And because they're able to go in and out, they often kind of get unconnected to the body, and then while they're unconnected to the body, having this like whole other vision happening or thought process they're happening that they get drawn into, they're still doing worldly things like picking up my keys, where did I, putting them down, but they disappear. So when they come back, it's like, what did I do with that? I just had it. But Pisces is the one sign that is able to move in and out of, they say, dimensions, that's one word, or dynamics or thought patterns, tuning into other things. They're always tuning in like a radio. They're like an antenna, okay? So sometimes, they tune in and they tune out. And that's often when you're talking to a Pisces, you kind of see that stare they get, like, yeah, uh-huh. Like I do that all the time, like, right, uh-huh. And then it's like, oh, yeah, what were you saying? What did you say? Oh, my gosh. And so it's just this weird thing. And it happens. Let's see what else. I have Saturn in Capricorn retro. Isn't it my Saturn return? Yes. Saturn is in Capricorn retrograde. You do have to look at your degrees. A Bella Soul, you have to look at what degree you're at. That will tell you more if you're having, a direct hit, so to speak. 5 degrees before and 5 degrees after is considered the orb. What is a Saturn return? A Saturn return happens twice in your life, maybe 3 times if you live into your 80s. Your first Saturn return is when you're 30 years old. It's a 2.5-year period, so it's like 28 to 30. Your second Saturn return then would be like 55, 56. If you look at your life, and this is for all of us, and you look at the cycle in your life from when you were 28 to 30, think about it. What happened? It really is a time where you're moving out of your 20s, and you're moving into reality. Saturn is all about reality. So often people maybe lose somebody. They go through maybe a divorce, or maybe they get married. Maybe they have their first child. Many people have their first child in their Saturn return. It's just main events, like those life-changing reality events happen during a Saturn return. This could also be when everything in your life falls apart because you're building your life on sand. You've been building your life with just the wrong mindset, the wrong heart, the wrong intentions. You know, you're lost. You don't know where you are. You've gotten into things you can't get out of. Saturn now will come into your life during your first return and shake it all up. Okay, shake it all up and get you, it's like it has 30 years to get you back aligned until the next 30 years. Okay, I know, it sounds crazy. The last time Saturn was in Capricorn was in 1988-89. So how many of you were born in 88, 89, 90 out there? We had a very rare configuration during those years. We had Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune in Capricorn. Capricorn rules the government. Capricorn rules the school systems, rules any type of structure, even family structures. So you can even be, you know, you were raised in a very strong religious structure that you had to do things a certain way. So you were raised this way, and all of a sudden you have your first Saturn return. And if you're 88, 89, 90, okay, right now, you may have you're in that process as Saturn is in Capricorn. It's gonna basically break all the rules. All of a sudden, you can't do it anymore. You can't live in that box. And so if you feel like your life right now is really, really shook up, and for all of us as a collective, we are feeling like these structures that we've been trying to live in, these belief systems, they're just not working anymore. But we don't know what to do instead of it. All of us need a certain amount of structure in our lives, a certain amount of, you know, that we can rely on something every day. Otherwise, we're just kind of spinning aimlessly in the world, right? But sometimes we can be so structured in a certain area that it's no longer serves a purpose. It's not healthy for us anymore. Or that structure is ready to evolve into something new. We can't hang on to old ways of doing things. And a lot of us have, you know, strong ways we think based on how we were raised. It's like the kids of today. Everybody's talking about them on the internet and the games and the internet and everything that they're going through at a young age and how awful it is. Well, that's true, but we are moving into the age of Aquarius. Our children that are like 10 and under, right now, they need to know how to navigate a totally different world than we ever could imagine. We're just at the brink of it. In 10 years from now, these kids are going to have to survive. That will be how they make their livelihood. Everything will be so far advanced. So in a way, our old school way is like, that's bad. We played outside. We did this. We did that. But you know, we have a different mindset. We were a different generation. So we have to understand the new generations coming in. Their minds are wired completely different than ours. So I don't know if that answered a question, but that's what we're dealing with Saturn in Capricorn. Okay. Let's see. All right. Feeling lost with this full moon coming up. How can a Leo like myself stay balanced and grounded at this time? Well, we're all feeling that anxiousness right now. Again, remember I told you we have two big planets moving as we speak. They're at 0 degrees. It's like super, super powerful right there. And that's Venus and Mars. Money, the things we love, our relationships, our passions. We have all this energy brewing. So by us talking about it, allows us to release some of it and not feel so anxious, at least to be able to say, okay, this is what we're dealing with. We're moving into a new cycle. Don't panic. Don't feel like, you know, the universe has got your back, okay? And the people that love and support around you will be going through those changes with you. But it is a time, especially with Mars and Cancer, we need to be down by the ocean. We need to be around water. Those are going to be healing ways this summer, a lot of water. Pool, swimming, beach, those are very therapeutic ways. So if you're feeling this anxiety, especially as a Leo, Leo is going to have their Mars return in July and August this year. Only happens once every 2 years for 8-week period. So Leos are revving up right now, feeling this because it's Mars is in Cancer, then it'll be in Leo in 8 weeks. So yeah, you're feeling it. You're feeling it. And we're all feeling it right now. A lot of powerful stuff going on. The full moon will be in Scorpio because the sun is in Taurus. So the full moon is in the opposite sign of Scorpio. So what is it when we take the combination, this relationship between Taurus and Scorpio? This is a very, very in-depth relationship because Scorpio is intently emotional. They also can hold a lot inside. They don't let go easy. They do need to control because they don't like their emotional well-being being disturbed. They want to be in control of that because they do feel so deeply. So they're very controlling in that way emotionally. Where Taurus, on the other hand, isn't as emotional. They just want to know, they want to go out and pick the flowers and plant some, a little garden and go in their house and, put your candle on and kind of have this whole feeling of safety and security and sanctuary. And so you have this emotional need for sanctuary, security, and Taurus needing to also open up a little bit more and be more honest. So when this full moon happens for all of us, it's going to be a little intense. I'm not going to lie to you guys, okay? We're right now, moon's in Libra, so we're in the next 2-3 days. By Friday, the moon will be full. Just take it really easy because emotions are going to be very high. Try not to make rash decisions, okay? Try to lay low because when a full moon is happening, everything's like 100-fold. It's necessary because sometimes we need to basically, the pressure's like building and it needs to just be released, and that's what the full moon does. But if we're taking care of ourselves and we're understanding that the thoughts and feelings we have are necessary right now as we speak, then we can begin to really kind of work with this energy and not be just taken up by it, not having it work us. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, but let me see. I'm going to look. There's all kinds of conversations going on here, you guys, and I'm sorry. There's just so many. Oh, my gosh. Well, I really appreciate all of you guys here. Thank you so much for joining this live on Wednesday night. So many people have messaged me and have been getting readings, asking questions, and I'm just really grateful and thankful that we, not just me, we, the people behind me, my crew, and you and me, we can all really create this moment. It's our moment, and we can be safe. We can talk about things. We can be controversial. We can be a little intense. We can be honest. We can be unsure. And at the end of the day, we're all sharing in the same goal, and we're having a little fun. So, I don't know. That's my thought on it. Okay, so any other last questions do we have? I see a question down here about animals during the full moon. Animals are always extremely high vibrational during full moon. And in this full moon, they're going to be more in tuned, and maybe even you can feel them differently because full moon in Scorpio is very psychic and very, telepathic. You know what I mean? It's like speaking through your eyes. So if your animals are doing anything kind of strange, they might be trying to tell you something. So this is why I say this is a time to kind of slow down and listen. This is, like I said, there's a lot of emotions around. Yes, transformative and intense, Lauren. Absolutely. So, well, thank you guys all so much. Thank you, Chris, for joining us and all your input. You guys have been great. I'm just reading a few more here. I've awoken to anxiety. I don't know about you guys. The last 2 nights in a row, I woke up at 3 a.m. I usually wake up at 5:36. 3 a.m. on the dot, like boing. So it's because we're going through these shifts and the energy is really building. Okay, so we feel it down here on Earth. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and go. Please like, subscribe, share, notifications, do all that fun stuff. Come check us out on the website or at Chrystal Lynn Astrology Facebook, where you can get the first updates. We're also on Instagram, and we're just having a good time. So I think we're good to go. And I'm going to have my manager here come over here and my Aries.
Don't forget to like the page.
My Aries sun.
And hit the bell
You
so
better
you
get
get the
in.
next live video.
They want to see you here.
Oh, here, hitting both.
What do
Yeah, hit like, comment, share. We gave like
He makes me
6
do that.
free live readings.
Oh, wow. They
Oh,
gave
wait.
out 6 free
Like 6
live
of them.
readings. Awesome.
So you're gonna be busy.
I'm going to be busy.
Yes. Yes.
This is what they
You'll
do.
be busy.
That's all right. That's all right.
You guys
That'll
were
be good.
amazing. Thank you guys so much. I mean, this is a really good turnout tonight on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. You guys are all amazing.
Look, Chris says, hey, it's the top dog, Aries.
Hey.
He's the top dog. He pushes me. If I didn't have him behind me, constantly pushing me, you know.
Triple Aries.
It's triple Aries, Sun, Mercury, Venus. It's quite intense. It's quite much.
Every Wednesday, live readings.
We're seeing. Okay, you guys. Well, we're trying to say goodbye.
Like the page, hit the bell so you don't miss the next live one. Every Wednesday we go, and then we're doing live ones where we're like screen sharing and having a whole conversation.
yeah.
They're fun. Tell them about it.
Go on my Chrystal Lynn Astrology Live. We'll be also doing some screen share free readings. There'll be about 10-minute little readings. We'll be popping. This is my daughter, Hannah. Oh, this is Jessie. Oh, look at how cute.
Like, comment,
This is the
share.
team. Josh, where are
Josh,
you?
you gotta come over here.
Josh, come on, Josh. Hold on. We don't even know if anybody's
need a
out there. Come on, this is it. This is what I've got going on here. Oh, we need a
Oh,
picture.
behind the mic.
Oh, behind the mic.
There you
Wait.
go.
Look at.
We'll just take a screen. We'll
Look
take
how
a
fun this
screenshot
is.
later.
God.
So we're all in the
Look.
background.
I'm a
Yeah.
Taurus.
Yeah.
These are the ones pushing me. We've got my
Yeah.
Taurus daughter. My Taurus daughter. We have Aries, Aries, and Aries. We have 3 Aries. And my Taurus, who is a moon in Aries. And little Virgo me. And little Pisces moon Virgo me. That's it.
Famous.
You feel famous?
Okay.
All right, you
All
guys.
right. Bye.
Bye. That was fun.
I know we all look so white.